fat businessmen, very serious things, see? And they'll be showing this, see? And meanwhile, like every 2 minutes out of every hour, there'll be us out in the streets or up in the park doing all this thing. Wow, 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 the new America, exciting. And it'll be like a football game, see? Football game's a good model.
Right.
Cops versus the Yippies or the National Guard or whoever, the paratroopers from Vietnam. I don't know who they're going to bring back to contain us. They're going to bring a lot of heavy equipment, see? And people will be watching that on TV and they'll say, we don't want to watch that boring speech stuff. We want to watch the Rose Bowl out there, And they'll get mad. They'll say, why aren't they showing us that Rose Bowl? What are they showing us that boring stuff for? A lot of people are going to kick in their television sets there.
Than you. You're so incapable of functioning.
I'm totally incapable of. I'm a misfit. Haven't you realized? I'm a misfit. I don't fit in to this plastic TV show with this plastic TV personality. I don't fit into that.
We're going to stay in Chicago, and we're going to grow in Chicago until Tom is out of jail, until Wolf is out of jail, until the Indian who is walking down the street is out of jail, and until it is safe for the people again.
We came to Chicago fearing isolation.
What do we want? Revolution!
That was the aim, to expose the Democratic Party, expose the force which really controls this country.
We are united if it develops that the country is ready to take a step toward fascism. I don't think we'll avoid that by being pusillanimous or cautious. We're working for some kind of combination of planning and flexibility.
If we'd come to Chicago only to make our presence felt, then we were successful. Because what happened next became a national spectacle. Millions of Americans watched the police riot.
What we're going to do is throw a lot of banana peels around Chicago and have the machine stumble. And when it stumbles, it gets into a policy of overkill. And it starts to devour itself. So the
What you ask. I'm giving the answer that's in my head. Nixon doesn't think black people exist. Nixon doesn't think young people exist. Nixon's only concerned about the middle silent majority, which we don't have to worry about because it's silent. What is that? I have a silent majority. Well, how do you know? It's silent. Young people are the only people in this whole country that have saved the soul of America by protesting the crimes committed in Vietnam, Asia, and at home in the courts and
the poverty. When you come on and tell funny stories about me selling dope, that's wasting time.
My wife is right now in Sweden, meeting with the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese.
Let's talk about
and student revolutionaries throughout Europe.
Good for your
wife. To plan for a day of demonstrations sometime in the fall when in every country in the world, from Japan to the Soviet Union, every country in the world, people are going to be in the streets protesting America spelled with a K in Vietnam and Asia.
So that's
you don't like my behavior? I'm embarrassed by your behavior. Here you come.
I'm wondering that.
Here you come on here with a suit and a tie, and that suit and tie is the uniform of imperialist America. Do you know people who speak in a calm, silly voice like you with a suit and tie are the same people, are the exact same people who are running the jail system, running the court system, against housewives, fighting against everybody. Every single person who is Vietnamese is a potential enemy. So what are we doing over here? Someone hands up a joint, say, yeah, I just want to get high. Come back and get high and get thrown in jail for getting high. Look, young people know that this government has no morality, that this country was founded on the destruction of the Indians.
Young people, you speak for young people?
I'm speaking for myself, and I'm speaking for a truth that I feel in the streets, and if you don't feel it, you're blind. Because young people know that the people that have power in this country have no soul, no morality, and no ears. Absolutely none. And we know that this war is not going to be ended by writing a letter to President Dick Nixon, because Dick Nixon is a criminal. He's a war criminal. He is a war criminal. He missed his chance in Nazi Germany. He would have done very well as the head of the Hitler Republic, and now he's just the head here. And Spiro Agnew, what do you think he is? He's just a super Nazi. You know that, and we know that the only way to change this country is by overthrowing the government. That's the only way. That's the only way the war in Vietnam is going to be ended. How else do you think it's going to be ended? By writing a letter to Dick Nixon, please get out of Vietnam. What are you talking about?